edition of New Being Public Podcast. We're going to have a nice show for you guys today. It's going to be off the wall and off the top of the head kind of session. Just a preamble to the Knights of the Dons round, which will be debuting soon. So y'all keep it locked here on New Being Public Podcast. We got a good show for you. Y'all keep it locked. Welcome back to this edition of New Being Public Podcast, Roundtable Edition. Got two of my boys here with me. Big Bo, Mr. Classic. What's going on, fellas?
What it do?
What's going on, everybody? This your boy Big Bo.
And like I said, this is the preamble of the Knights of the Dons round. And this is where it begins. So, what's on y'all mind?
Oh, please, you go first, Mr. Classic. You the man. You the man of the hour right now.
Man, I want to hear what y'all got to say.
We got a bunch to say. Well, actually, y'all had a bunch to say before we got on the air. And I like that sports conversation that y'all was having, because I tell you what, ESPN ain't got shit on us. Y'all hear us?
That is so true.
ESPN has nothing on us, y'all.
What we was talking about earlier was basically about the this whole Bobby Portis situation.
Mm-hmm.
The man done got lazy. You know, your team done sat there and went. Your team done sat there and went to the championship, won the championship, and now you want to get all lazy. What's the issue with that? Classic, can you touch on that, please?
When it comes to that, I look at it that if you on a winning team, don't take your foot off the gas, period.
Absolutely.
Let these people know that y'all not playing, that y'all out here for a purpose and a reason. If you gonna win, win. I don't care about politics, and I say that I don't care how nobody feel, what nobody else's opinion is. That's just how I truly feel. If you're going to go out there on that court, go out there for a purpose. That purpose is to win. Yeah, you got star players around you or whatever that you got to play around them, but if they get injured or whatever, you got to step up. And not only that, before they get injured, God forbid, if that do happen, still step up to let that person know that I got a support cast around me or a support system around me.
Chris Middleton's still a bum, though.
I don't think Chris Middleton is a bomb. You got to look at how many times that man has been injured and been out the game.
As long as y'all don't know,
listen.
I'm going to say Chris Middleton
But
is a bum.
listen, you can say that. You might as well say that about any other franchise player on different teams as well.
Right.
After you come off of injuries or whatever else, you don't want to be out the game, so you have to play your game on a whole different level.
Tell them.
To where if I got to shoot jumpers, I'm going to shoot jumpers.
Tell them.
Yeah. If you look at Chris Middleton when he first started playing, you never really seen Chris Middleton dunk. But then the year that they won a championship, they all challenged each other. Everybody got to get a dunk in the game, at least one.
Right.
And they did that. But once they start upping up their game, going into that paint or whatever else, and you getting injured, nobody don't want no injuries like that. Half of those injuries can be like a career-ending injury, so you have to be mindful of that.
Mm-hmm. Tell him.
I get it. But Chris Middleton's still a bum. I don't care what anybody says.
Okay, go play Chris Middleton one-on-one.
I will.
Who gonna win?
I will.
What on Nintendo or Xbox
God damn it, PlayStation.
or PlayStation? And he might still get you on that because he know his player.
I don't know about all that.
Say it on Nintendo and Xbox. Look, I
You know
love that
what?
one. I love
Instead
that
of
one.
even going on the court with Chris Middleton, y'all might as well play cans.
Something
I win in that too. God damn it.
marbles or some shit, but no, you got your franchise player that is out, that has been out for the past 2 games. The Bucks went on to win game 2 by a nice little blowout, but
That
come
was
back.
a nice margin, though.
Yeah, but they come back to lose game 3. Now, game 4, is that going to be a home game or is that going to be an away court advantage for
I think that's
the
going to
opposite
be.
team?
I think that's going to be a home game.
So if that's going to be a home game, it's still going
We're
to
gonna
be
win
without
that one.
Giannis.
No, is it a home game? Because I think they beat them at home and then they came back and beat the Bucks
I
at
think
home.
Right.
was the first
Because they
game
had home
here.
court advantage.
Right.
So the first game was here. Then the second game was
they
in.
beat them and then they came back and beat the Bucks here.
Right.
Right. So my whole thing is you got 3. You got Giannis, Middleton, and Holiday. Now, that's the Bucks franchise right there.
But
they
you
don't
can't-
necessarily need
But
Giannis.
you cannot leave out Lopez.
No, you can't. But
Can't
we're
leave
talking
But the thing about Lopez, is, what I was saying earlier, the thing about Lopez is, dude, you one of the biggest dominating centers, and I get it that centers don't even play
Yeah,
that
you
center
supposed to be
role no
hogging
more.
that.
Y'all shooting jumpers and
You're supposed to
everything
be
else.
hogging that
Dude,
paint.
dominate that paint.
Yeah.
Once
supposed
that
to be
paint is
hogging that
dominate
paint.
and you getting double team, swing that ball. But once again, I always say as well, my biggest thing about the Milwaukee Bucks, y'all close out defense. And I'm saying this, Milwaukee Bucks to all y'all, and I'm making this known. Y'all defense is horrible. Close out on y'all defense.
I agree.
Defense
It's
with
garbage.
offense do not win no games. It's defense that win the
Garbage.
game.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna throw this in here.
That's in any sport.
And I'm gonna throw
though.
this in here. If you look at Mayweather when he boxed, his defense, he let them drain themselves, and then he took advantage and controlled that ring or whatever else. So that court is
Yeah.
your ring.
That's the old rope dope.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, if y'all going up and down that court, play both ends of the court. Play both ends of the court hard. Don't just go out there, well, today we going to play this type of way or whatever else. Dominate your opponents. Get them in foul trouble. If they got dominant players on their team, make them play defense. Get them in foul trouble. Once you cut the head off of your opponent, it's a wrap.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Mm-hmm.
But to add on to that, like, them wasn't the only key players that was really on that team that really made an impact and a difference. We can't leave my boy Grayson out, and we can't leave my other guy out. Can't think of his name right now, but you can't leave those shooters out, especially if they holding you at the paint. Let them double team, let them triple team them. Lopez, stay your ass on that fucking paint. Because if they all in your face, guess what? You're going to leave all them shooters wide open.
But that's what they do. That's exactly what they fucking do. Every season, all season, you leave these key players open in the paint, off the paint, on the line, under the rim. You go the opposite fucking direction to where your key players are just to guard and defend somebody else. Which comes back to the point that you made earlier. You got all these dramatic superstars that is known for your threes, your inside game,
Dunks.
you know what I'm saying? Your defense or /
Flashy
offense.
passes
You
and
know what
all
I'm
that
saying?
stuff.
When they get the ball, you run to the opposite end of the court to try to guard somebody else that's open that doesn't even matter. Who does that? And why? You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit is stupid to
I
me.
ain't gonna lie. The Bucks do that.
It's stupid to me.
They healthy.
That
Yeah.
has been documented, well known for the Milwaukee Bucks for years.
Yeah.
And once again, I'm going to say it. Learn how to hold defense. When you hold defense and shut down the offense of the opposite team, y'all got the game. And then, too, I don't understand how y'all got like a 10, 15, 20-point lead and they come back and take lead. Thing is, attack the paint.
I think
Attack
that's
the paint. Attack.
as far as like leads, like leaving and leads getting down to like the wire or whatever. I think that's where the politics come into play.
Mhm.
That's very true.
Mhm.
Me personally, because if you dominate a team by 10, 20 points, ain't no fucking way in hell you supposed to come back.
No, you're right.
That's where the politics come
That
in.
means your defense is garbage.
Yeah. Yeah.
Your defense is garbage.
That too.
Hey, fellas, hold that thought. I'll be right back. And welcome back to this preamble edition of the Knights of the Dons round. Oh, you guys have to excuse the heterodyne. My equipment is so sensitive.
Yes,
As long
it
as,
is.
yeah, isn't it? Oh, but as long as you can get around that, guys, appreciate the love. So, look. Lastly, when we left off here, we were enthused. You know what? Do it again. I'm gonna fucking shoot you. We were enthused on the way the Bucks, and you know what? No, I have to say this. We're not just going to single out Milwaukee. It's Green Bay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's the Badgers, which is
Marquette.
Milwaukee, Marquette,
Admirals.
Admirals,
The Panthers.
the Brewers, Panthers. Every team does the same damn thing when it comes up to, and when it boils down to, you play up and then come up to playoffs, right? You play so hard to get there. You get there during the playoff series, you win maybe one, maybe two, and then you just go to sleep, and then let the other team's defense, dominate you, or whatever side of the court you're on. You let the other team's offense dominate you, and you just stop working. Like my man's over here with
Aaron Rodgers?
no, Mr. Bucks.
Oh, Giannis?
No, the one you keep hating on,
Chris Middleton.
Oh,
Middleton.
he's a bum.
See, stop. So I understand because, I understand what you mean by.
But you just can't
Slacking,
You just
but you
can't
can't
single
call him
out.
a bum.
You can't single out one player.
Right.
You
can't
cannot
call him a
single out
bum.
one player.
You can't.
I only say that just to be saying it. I mean, come on, Chris. You're not a real bum, but sometimes you be acting real flaky sometimes, and it just throws me off.
But you go out there and get on that court or whatever and see what they go through on that court or whatever else. I mean, that's like, and I get what you're saying. That's your opinion. You're entitled to that.
Mm-hmm.
But getting out there on that court and working as hard as you are, and then sometimes you have to look at people grabbing on your jersey, people grabbing your arms and everything else, or different type of fouls that the refs ain't calling or whatever else.
Right.
Oh
There's
yeah, that's another.
But
thing.
watch this. Is a part of your job though. You already know what comes with that job. You know what comes with the territory. So still, and I will agree with you on what you're saying. I ain't gonna say that he a bum, but Beat yourself up. Do what Michael Jordan did. Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant is the best two players that I look at. And the reason why I say that is because when the teams, like you even look at like when Jordan played Detroit or whatever, how they was beasting them, laying them on their ass. Jordan said, this ain't finna keep happening. Jordan beast up. Guess what happened? Got y'all. Kobe like, nope. If I got to get up 2-3 hours early to work on my jumper, to work on moves or whatever else, or to study plays or whatever else, that's what I'm finna get out here and do. And I say that to the Milwaukee Bucks. Wake the fuck up. You cannot sleep while you playing.
No, you can't. You can't.
Well, somebody need to tell Bobby Portis that because that man been sleeping ever since they won the championship.
Well, we can say that about them. But then I go back to the injuries as well. But regardless of the injuries, once again, you know what comes with the territory of the game. You know what comes with the territory of your job. Get out there, hustle hard.
Right.
A true baller gonna go out there regardless and do what they do. And I can say this, being 5'8", I sprung my ankle and I still got out there on that court. And I never had that losing spirit in me. I'm like, if I'm out here on this court, we gonna win. Well, I used to hop on my teammates' ass like, nigga, you 6'4", 6'5", 6'7", 6'8". What is you doing?
Well, you know what?
On it.
Some of these injuries are traumatic. Okay.
Yeah.
So you got to think about it from the player who actually had that done to them.
Got the injury.
Right. Yeah. And
the mindset
of that player, like, oh, am I done for the rest of the season? Can I bounce back from this? Right. Or the career. Can I bounce back from this? Am I going to get benched? Are they going to pull out a second stringer and take my place? You got to think about what goes through their heads. Like Giannis right now.
That's the same thing that happened with Klay Thompson.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that, like I said, that man was out for like 10, 15 games.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't even know what was going to happen when he came back.
You look at Morant when he went to the paint or whatever, and he came down on his wrist. So you never know what's going to happen. But then, too, some of these players have to be mindful. When you attack that paint or whatever, you have to space yourself. If you space yourself knowing that, well, I'm going to come in contact with this person or whatever else, I need to know where the other 4 team members are at. Then those other team members need to move as well. You can dish the ball off or whatever else. If you got that lane to where you can get to the rim or whatever else, that's fine and dandy. But overall, you still have to be mindful. I don't care if you playing sports, and it's not even about the Bucks. It's not even about them. It's not about the Packers. It's not about no Milwaukee team.
In general.
It's about in general.
Yeah.
Fam, he works on forklifts or whatever else. Fam, he does what he do. I do what I do. I don't care if you working on cars, doing body work, if you on a ladder, if you paint or anything. Injuries can happen at any given time. So you have to be mindful. You have to be watchful. You have to be careful. Always have a spotter behind you or whatever else, especially if you climbing a ladder or whatever else. If y'all get what I'm saying. So you have to be careful regardless of whatever you do. You can be lifting a pot off of a hot stove. The shit spill, you can burn your foot, burn your arm or whatever else. The hot water get on you.
You would think the NBA would know this, but then at the same time, you know this is being done purposely to injure your best to get you off your game.
Absolutely.
That's all this is about. It's politicking. So we're going to go in here against one of the best teams in the league for this season, and we're going to get the most franchise player up out the way first. Now, once he's out the way, we still got about 2 to 3 more contenders to get up out of there. So what they're going to do, they're going to fucking cheat. Mm-hmm. And this goes with the refs. Because the refs,
oh my God,
you know,
they're not even going to talk about them fucking refs.
They're trained by the NBA.
If y'all want to go there, if you want to go there, let's just keep this 1,000. I don't care what game you in, the game is dirty.
It's dirty.
Oh yeah,
absolutely. It's a dirty game.
No doubt.
I don't care what game you play or what game you involved in or whatever. It's dirty.
No doubt. And no doubt. Very much dirty. So yeah, I mean, I'm not understanding it, yo. Will somebody please make it make sense?
We just need to fire the refs and get new ones.
What are we gonna do without them?
We can just get
new ones.
Well, no, okay, but you gotta spend all that time.
How do you have
new refs?
How do you have a 50, 60, 70-year-old person running back and forth up and down the courts, or
how do you have an 80-year-old as the president?
Hey, get off of Joe.
No, Sleepy Joe.
Joe need to go. Joe need to go.
Oh,
Joe need to go. Joe kind of slow. Joe slow.
I knew that this was going to take a turn.
No.
I knew it. I see this coming.
No, you open your mouth. You put Joe in this conversation. You put Joe in this.
No.
Joe
Don
need to
put Joe in this conversation.
Joe cannot even walk up Air Force One stairs or down them motherfuckers.
Y'all better leave Joe
Bullshit
alone,
ain't about nothing. Joe need to go.
Leave Joe alone, man.
No, Joe need to leave Joe alone. Joe need to take a nap, drink him some hot cocoa with marshmallows, and chill the fuck out.
No, listen.
Thank you.
Joe is
Bye.
Joe is all right with me.
He all right with me, man.
Yeah,
but
he better than Trump.
You are
bullshit.
The weakest link.
Bullshit.
Yeah, bullshit.
The only thing that people don't like about Trump is that Trump is a beast when it comes to what he does.
Really?
Anybody that can do what he did, dude, really look at it. When Trump was in office, it was so many businesses that was opening up. Yeah. It was so many people that had jobs or whatever else. Yeah. Dude, we didn't hear about these Kia boys and all this shit while he was in office. It probably was getting started, but you didn't hear about that.
Right, they was getting
all
started.
This murders and all this other bullshit. Mm-hmm. But then too, fam touched on this. Y'all have to understand who the president is. President have to go through Congress, legislative, and everything else to pass a bill. Mm-hmm. The only thing that he has control of, I'll push a button, go to war.
That's it.
What are we going to war for? Stop going over to different countries trying to steal shit that ain't yours. If you want something in life, take your ass out there and go to work and work hard for what you want in life, what you need in life. Mm-hmm. Stop going to rob and steal from other motherfuckers, because at one point in time, you going to push the wrong button, and when they come back and attack your ass or get on your ass, then there's a problem. No, you are the fucking problem. Eliminate yourself.
Exactly.
Makes sense.
Let's pause here real quick. We'll be right back.
Then y'all turn around and say, well, the currency of money ain't going to be about shit no more or whatever else. You got to get a chip in your you got to do this, you got to do that or whatever else. Then they steady talking about this shit. It ain't finna be no more gas and all that fuel shit. Yeah. Everything got to be electric.
You can get up on the mic. You know, we heard everything you said, and that's
we really did.
We heard everything you said, and that is exactly right. I agree. That's what I mean by no holds barred. We don't script shit. We don't write shit down.
Everything is
from the heart.
And if you don't like it, fuck you.
Yeah, we speak from the heart. So continue what you were saying, because what you said made absolute total sense. By the way, listeners, we have dramatically switched from our sports moment over to our political moment here. This is how we do. So y'all got to bear with us.
Yeah, y'all just blame Classic on that one.
I'm loving it.
You know,
I'm loving it. You see how we just transitioned?
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean.
We don't pass no judgment. We don't pass no blame. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
This is what me and fam talked about before. So many people are listen. So many people are afraid to speak out, and that's the problem. Mm-hmm. We are afraid to speak out of what's really going on in our today's society, in our day's world. If you see something that you don't like, speak on it. Mm-hmm. You are entitled to that. Speak on it. Well, if I say that, then I may lose my job. Fuck that job. That means that job wasn't for you.
There you go.
True that.
There you go. It wasn't your job in the first place. If you suffer some type of repercussions or you're scared,
I think South Circle said it the best, though.
It's your fucking attitude that's keeping you ass out. You heard me?
What they say is your attitude.
Hey,
yes, sir.
That's how it is, man.
Mm-hmm. And y'all need, I'm gonna say this to y'all. Like, I'm just gonna bring it to y'all like real shit. Stop allowing people to predict who you are, how you should move, how you should dress. Well, if you don't do this according to what people feel, then you're not accepted. Who the fuck are they to tell you
Anything.
what you should be accepted of? Well, if you don't like me, well, fuck you. Like real talk, fuck you.
Exactly. Who the fuck are you?
Yeah, you basically just exercising your amendment and your way to express yourself. That's basically what it's about.
But don't we as Americans have that right to do that?
We do.
But it's because we're black.
We as Americans?
And I don't even call
I'm
myself
not American.
black. What are you? You're
Yeah,
on
that's a
American
good
soil.
question. What are you then?
You're on American soil.
I am a child of God foremost.
I like that. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Beyond that,
Mhm.
You live in America, sir.
if you judge me or if any one of y'all judge me, I can care less of what y'all judgment may be of me.
Right.
Well,
I'm
yeah,
already
that's
hold up. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm already written down in the Lamb's Book of Life. So what God created for my life to be, that's what it's gonna be. So whatever you talking about, yeah, I may go through some hardships or downfalls or whatever that may be. But at the end of the day, when you come to me and tell me, oh, well, you should move like this or you should do this, fuck you. I'm gonna move the way the fuck that I want to move. And if you don't like it, move your ass the fuck around. Period. Don't come to me and tell me, oh, well,
that was kind of deep.
you should have wore these type of shoes today with that outfit. Motherfucker, why don't you take your punk ass to work and go buy me some shoes to go with the outfit that I got on?
Again, he's
Your
not
opinions don't mean shit to me.
expressing that toward you.
I
You
mean,
know that.
I get it. you
He's
know.
not expressing that toward you. But what he just said, that
That's
shit just hit
anybody
home.
in general.
Oh, yeah. Of course.
That's even like
Of
I
course.
mentioned before. Like, Bo, for instance, you come to me or family, you come to me or I come to one of y'all, like, let me ask y'all this question. You be like, well, I ain't going to answer that. No, just say what you going to say. And then I turn around and get mad at y'all. How the fuck am I getting mad at something that I asked y'all?
Just say,
Well, yeah. of
That's
course.
y'all opinion. Y'all entitled to that.
right.
So if anything, I'm getting mad with myself because I don't like y'all response.
Well, that goes back to what anybody's been saying. Like, you can't get mad at a person for voicing their opinion.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's what it's all about. I mean, yeah, it's going to be some constructive criticism,
Right.
and it's going to be some positive criticism. You know, but you just got to take it and roll with it.
And what's your outcome of it to where, well,
Yeah.
I accept it, I don't accept it. Either way, guess what? At the end of the day, go lay your head down, wake up,
Yeah,
research
you know,
whatever you
go-
talking
go-
about
go
or
home
whatever
and
and
think
move
about it.
forward.
Because you never know, like, when you do take that time to yourself and you think about what a person has told you,
Mm-hmm.
and then you might think, well, damn, he
The shit
was
made
right.
sense. The shit made
It
sense.
do make sense to
And
me.
not only that, sometimes a negative response can be more positive than a positive response.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
a lot of people don't believe that.
Well, and
Well, I only told you that because that's what you wanted to hear.
Right.
I'm not finna do that.
I-
I'm gonna tell you what it is.
And we have conversations like this
Bingo.
all the time. Me and the Don right here. We have conversations like that all the time where I ask his opinion. Well, what do you think?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of his responses ain't positive,
Right.
but he telling me what I need to know.
Right.
And then when I go home and I think about it, like, damn, he was right about that.
Real talk.
And then I come back to him like, dude, you know what? You told me something that I needed to know.
But you know what that's called though? That's called honorary and that's called respect.
Mm-hmm.
That I respect what you told me because me coming to you and then you letting me know or whatever, I may not agree with it in the beginning, but you know what? For me as a man to call you back or a woman to call you back and be like, I appreciate that. So that shows strength. That shows a lot of strength too.
Absolutely. And that's the kind of circle that the Knights of the Dons run is really gonna have, you know, because we all respect each other's opinions.
Yes.
And
Yes.
we all take what each other has told us, and we just roll with it, and then we think about it like, damn, well, you know what, he was right on this situation.
Mm-hmm.
But then let me put this situation in him and see what he says about it.
Right.
We might agree on the same thing.
Yes.
We might disagree on it.
But it's not
we
for
all
us.
going to come together and still, come up with a solution.
You still move forward from it.
But here's the thing: it's not for us as individuals to always agree on anything that anyone has.
Absolutely.
Anyone.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Because we are of our own opinion.
Absolutely.
We of our own mind. So we do what we do, but at the same time, accepting the, like you said, constructive criticism.
Yes.
Like you said, accepting the responses going forward. It's for us to come together to agree, to disagree on a lot of things. If I agreed with you and you on everything that you guys said, what is the purpose of me living?
Exactly.
Because I'm living through you.
Exactly.
That's where the growth comes in. That's the growth that I may not agree with. You may tell me,
yeah,
well,
that goes back to what your uncle used to always say. You got to bump your head all the time.
You have to. You have to.
You got to bump your head. In order for you to move forward, guess what? You're going to fall down millions of times.
But if you don't fall, you can't move forward because you never hurt yourself.
Exactly. Because you never learn how to pick yourself up.
Right.
Have y'all ever heard this? Which I've never heard nobody say this. I'm going to say it for the first time. A hard head make a soft ass.
Oh, absolutely.
A soft ass make a hard head.
Exactly.
Because sometimes we got to listen to each other. If y'all get what I just said. If a hard head is not listening to the soft ass and the soft ass not listening to the hard head, where's the agreement coming in to where we grow from that? You can't.
That's impossible.
You can't.
Very.
You got to learn. You got to have negative and positive pretty much balances each other out. You're going to have bad times.
Yes.
I don't care what nobody says.
Yes.
And anybody out here that's listening, that's saying that they've never been in bad times, you're full of shit.
You're full of shit. Yes,
and if y'all got some feedback, y'all need to tap in. Y'all tap in.
Tap in. And please elaborate on this, because if you ain't never been through nothing tough, everybody done had a tough time. I done had tough times.
I don't need to be
You done had tough times.
Exactly.
You done had tough times. Everybody done had tough times in their life. So I'm not trying to hear, oh, well, I ain't never been through nothing. But get the fuck out of here.
Thank you.
The toughest times of our lives is when we do not open up and talk about certain things that we deal with. Some things we do not have to talk to everybody about,
because it's
to where God will work it out for you. And
I agree with you on that one.
But certain things that you bottle in and you start going out doing some foolishness or whatever else, you need to speak to somebody.
Right.
Don't go out there, oh, well, I'm finna go just slap this person, or I'm finna go out here and just act reckless or whatever. No, go talk to somebody.
1-800-CHARTER. I got that number for
I'm
you.
trying to told
But,
I'm trying to told
you. 1-800-CHARTER.
Oh, man.
It's going to be all right.
Man.
And pick up the book. Read. Talk to God,
But the most important thing is that you got to have somebody to talk to. You got to have that one person that you can vent to get that off your chest. Because if you keep that bottled up on the inside, guess what? You're gonna end up doing something stupid down the line.
And another thing, you have to have stability within yourself. You have to be honest with yourself, because if you're not honest with yourself, you cannot be honest with anyone else. Carmos. Once you open up and be honest with yourself and other people or whatever, and then too, another thing real quick, a big thing about forgiveness. If you cannot forgive yourself, you can never forgive nobody else, because even though you said you forgave them, you still holding on to that. You have to let that go.
Yes, sir. Keep it locked, y'all. We'll be right back. New Being Public Podcast. Nubian Public Podcast 2023. All right, so we are back. I hate that. We are back with my boy Bo and my other boy Classic. What's happening, gentlemen?
What's going on?
What's happening?
All right, let's continue what we were talking about. Let's touch on that, Bo. What you had to say.
First thing I wanted to say is that Tawana, I'm putting you on the spot once again.
Not again, no.
Yes, again.
We just did
I'm
this
doing
2 shows ago.
Yep,
man.
that's okay. Because this is gonna be a third show.
But it's no holds barred. That's what we do.
But I just want to show my appreciation that you have influenced me to do a lot of things and further my progression and what I want to do.
Brotherly love.
You know,
Well,
as
thank
far as where I want to go. You know,
Well, thank you.
and
I don't get that a lot at all.
I appreciate that. I really do.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And
Thank you.
and I appreciate you giving me the chance and the opportunity to learn and to
Mhm.
grow
Mhm.
into this particular vice.
Delineate
Because
on
I
that.
didn't think I did not think about doing a podcast. I was not thinking about doing that.
Well, here, let's take this moment that you just said. Since you're gonna turn it on me, I'm gonna turn it right back on you.
Ain't this about something?
Yes. So delineate.
Did y'all just hear that? Everybody
it
who's
was smooth.
listening, did
It was
y'all
smooth.
just hear that?
It was smooth. And
Ain't
this is
that
how.
about something?
And this is how we're gonna do it because I appreciate both of y'all saying that.
We
And,
appreciate you even more.
thank you. It's family.
You
Family
got,
love.
you got loyal listeners too. They
And
appreciate you.
I want you, since I told you first that I was going to, help you get your platform off the ground, I want you to delineate that for me and tell our listeners why it is so important for you to get your own platform off the ground.
Okay, I can do that. Well, to let everybody know, yes, this is coming soon. This is a work in the making. Soon to become another branch of the Nubian Public Podcast. It's going to be called the Gemini Reel.
Okay.
That is going to be my personal platform,
Okay.
and I will also have Twan the Don. I will also have Classic all on my platform. But what really made me want to do this is because I have a lot of knowledge and a lot of segments that I want to share with y'all, just like he does.
Mm-hmm.
I have a lot of things on my mind, but everybody knows Big Bo is into sports.
Mm-hmm.
So the main segment of this platform is going to be about sports. And I will also talk about current events and things of that nature as well.
That's just a sneak peek. Don't give it all the way. That was just a sneak peek. Classic.
Yes, sir.
Tell them about your platform and what you are going to be debuting as well.
My platform, if y'all go to my page, it's called Nothing to See in the Review.
I knew you was going there. And that was the other thing I was going
And
to.
I love that.
Nothing to see in the review.
Nothing to see in the review.
That
When
was
y'all
it,
understand
right
what
there.
that means, that
Right there.
everything that you have dealt with in your life,
Mm-hmm.
let go, let God.
There you
And
go.
I tell y'all this all the time. I'm always going to keep God first. I'm always going
You
to.
have to.
Oh,
And then, too,
absolutely.
with this
Absolutely.
podcast that fam is doing, if it wasn't for the grace of God, this platform would not be here.
That's right.
So I want y'all to recognize and understand. Y'all can put a platform up for yourself, too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, wake up.
Anybody can do it, but
Right. Anybody can do it.
I think that the main thing that really influenced me to do
Yes,
what
sir.
I wanted to do is because of the fact that he basically just pulled me and he said, hey, bro, why don't you try
But
this?
you know what that's
try this
called?
podcast with me.
But you
Right.
know what that's called? That's called
Right.
trust. That's called trust. It's called belief.
Yep.
It's having that spiritual eye of recognizing who is willing to step up and say, hey, look, we need to talk about different subjects or whatever that's going on in daily life.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
If we keep holding back, on things, ain't nothing gonna move forward.
And then people aren't gonna know like that. We're not gonna be able to get our message out if don't nobody say nothing.
If closed mouths don't get fed.
Exactly.
Thank you. Yes.
So, and people that don't go to work ain't gonna get paid.
And let me touch on the subject with y'all.
Mm-hmm.
If you have someone that drinks,
Mm-hmm.
you have someone that smokes, don't down that person.
Oh, never. No.
You may drink, you may smoke. Even if you don't drink or smoke, you may be a gambler. You may be a person that forged stuff or whatever else. We all have our flaws. All have our flaws.
Yes.
But
that's what makes us individuals.
But does that mean that I'm less fortunate, or does that mean that I'm beneath you or whatever? No, it does not.
Mm-hmm.
This is what this platform, and I thank God once again, I'm going to keep saying, I thank God once again for Fam doing his type of podcast that he do. Speak your mind.
That's it.
It's called a wake-up call.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's a wake-up call to where I don't care what you have done. I'm not going to judge you. That's not my position to judge you.
Yeah, we didn't go to law school.
I've studied. I studied. I didn't go to.
But
law school.
what he just said, it makes a lot of sense, and that's why I took it upon myself to decide to work on starting my own platform.
Speak your mind.
And like this Nubian Public podcast. Let me tell y'all something. This podcast and these branches that's gonna grow out, it's gonna blow up.
It's gonna be one, y'all.
And y'all gonna love it. Yeah. Not only that, y'all gonna love the Knights of the Dimes round.
And not only
that's another thing y'all gonna love.
Not only does it give growth to you all, it gives growth to us.
That's right.
To be able to do this.
That's right.
And within the last year of Fam doing this, Twanadon doing this, it has like strengthened me. It has opened my eyes to like a whole new era of like, how do you really want to live your life? Mm-hmm. What is your outcome of who you are? Mm-hmm. How are you viewing people? If somebody said something to you like 2-3 years ago, let that go. Move forward. Go on vacations. Go pamper yourself. And I'm going to tell y'all is this. I'm 51 years of age. Men, go pamper yourself. Go pamper yourself.
Yeah, don't cheat yourself. Treat yourself.
And there you go. I like that too.
I like that.
And let me go in a little bit farther with the platform that
yes, sir,
the Most High has graced me to establish, and to have you two brothers and a couple other of my previous guests to do. Yes. If they don't know, they will know now. We're all family. I keep it in house. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I'll step outside the boundaries just to have some guests, but I'll keep it in house.
Absolutely.
But let me also say this. The platform that God has blessed me to have,
come on now,
and have y'all a part of is truly a blessing, because you can't depend on social media.
Absolutely.
You can't depend on regular local media, news and things like that. And you can't depend on, just word of mouth. This platform was established specifically by me to get your voice heard where your voice otherwise would not be heard. There's the radio. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I have a plug with 101.7 The Truth, Milwaukee plug. I just plugged y'all.
God is good.
Big shout out.
God is good. Big shout out to 101.7 The Truth, Tori Lowe, and all the rest of y'all. I got a plug with y'all. I'm doing this because it's uncensored. And y'all, us, we,
Yes.
you know, plural, not singular, has a platform right now where we don't have to censor ourselves. We don't have to worry about
which is unfair that
what
we
we
have
talk
to,
about.
to-
We
that's
can,
unfair that we have to censor ourselves just because we broadcasting our word of mouth.
but
That's
anything,
one of our
Thank you.
amendments.
Thank you.
anything, yeah, it is one of our amendments, but you know, as well as I do and everybody else, dealing with the government,
Absolutely.
Okay.
Oh, jeez.
they control
Entitlement.
what comes out of anything. They can't control necessarily what comes out of our mouths, but they can control what is broadcasted.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I created this platform not by myself, but with the Most High. I created this platform, okay, because look here. Government,
Did y'all hear that? He was tapping the desk.
yes.
The man
tapped
is
it.
serious
I'm
right
serious
now.
right now. I created this platform.
Y'all need to tune in.
You know what I'm saying?
In, lock in.
So the
Speak.
government has no boundaries over me. My work experience alone
Speaks for itself.
speaks for itself. You know what I'm saying? I'm a what do they say?
Jack of trades.
I'm a jack of trades, and I'm not gonna say a master of none. You know what I'm gonna say?
But watch
I'm
this,
a
though.
jack of all trades and a master of many. I can do a lot. Okay? But one thing the government will not do on this podcast is dictate
What
on
is
how
said.
we delineate on my show. So when you hear us and when you tune into our podcast, you don't know what you're going to hear. And that's exactly how I want it. It's not scripted.
Oh no.
It's not
We
co-rehearsed.
don't-
It's not co-rehearsed.
We don't rehearse nothing.
None of that. None of that.
It's not, oh, fam, say this, say that, say that.
No,
we don't do that.
Yeah.
We say
don't do
what's on our mind.
And
And
this is the thing about
Purely
it, fam.
unscripted and raw.
purely.
Right. And this is the thing about it is that, oh, well, if you say it like this, then the audience under. No,
Fuck
I'm
'em.
going to say it the way the fuck that I mean
Thank
what
you.
the fuck I'm saying.
It weeds
If you
out
don't
the
like
weak.
it, fuck you.
Thank you.
Now, I'm going to say this as well.
Mm-hmm.
We have family.
Mm-hmm.
Our family members has cussed before they got holier than thou or whatever else.
Yeah, right.
But real talk, you know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Mhm.
If there's something that I do not like
Mhm.
and I'm speaking on it, I'm going to say that.
Exactly.
If you don't like it, tune the fuck out. Tune the fuck out of what I'm talking about.
You don't have to listen if you don't like what we're saying.
Exactly.
Y'all
Yo,
stay
stay
locked.
tuned.
Y'all stay locked.
Yes. Nubian Public Podcast. Subsidiary. Hey. Keep it locked, y'all. Love you. Nubian Public Podcast.
You wouldn't think I caught that, did you? When I said stay locked.
I know. I know it. Welcome back to Nubian Public Podcast, Milwaukee Internet Radio. I'm your host, Twan Don, here with my boy Bo and my other boy, Mr. Classic, and they are family. I only keep it in house. Y'all know how it goes. We really do. I really appreciate you guys sticking it out for this whole hour with me. We only got like maybe a segment or two left, and then you guys can go ahead and butt your ball in. What's here? However you do it.
No.
Wow.
None of my business. I love you all, though.
That's the lane.
Welcome back, fellas. Yeah, we're in the final stretch of the horse races here, and what were you saying that you had to get off?
Oh well, basically what I was saying is that you were you were a major influence in me doing what I wanted to do because I really do want to start my own platform. Like I said, everybody, the Gemini Reel is coming. It is a work in progress. And when I debut, I will have Twana Dunn on my show.
Thank you.
I will have Mr. Chris Classic on my show.
Nothing to see through the rear view, ladies and
Yes,
gentlemen.
sir. And that's also coming. But what I really wanted to touch on is that the Nubia Public Podcast is branching out. Now that the Twana Dunn has his show and it is taken off, and he has had all of his co-hosts, all of his guests. Now it's time for the Nubian Public Podcast to really bloom.
Expand.
That's why with that too. That's why you guys are going to see and hear all of these different branches all coming from the Nubian Public Podcast. Why? Because this man is at the top of the chain. And he has influenced a lot of people into wanting to do the same thing.
Yes.
And he has been a major influence in me wanting to do what I wanted to do. And I appreciate that.
Oh, man.
And then let me throw this in there.
Mm-hmm.
And I respect both of y'all to the fullest. And both.
Yes, sir.
It's the listening of both of us listening to Fam. And he's like showing us. And let me let y'all know this. Let me give y'all a little insight. I'm the oldest out of all of us.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you are.
I'm only 17.
When you listen,
yeah, and I'm 18.
y'all funny as fuck. When you listen to someone that cares about you,
oh yeah,
and they got your back, to where they can publish you or tie into what your cause may be. That means a lot. Fam could have been like, well, I get what you doing or whatever, but I ain't feeling that or whatever else. We don't do that.
Right.
Oh no.
Don't ever do that to nobody.
We always
if somebody is in your life to where you are trying to grow, they are trying to grow, respect that. Be there for one another.
That's right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Y'all feel that?
That's the main ingredients of family, bro.
They have to.
And then family don't necessarily have to mean bloodline. Family don't necessarily have to mean bloodline.
I mean, we didn't find out about our family heritage till what, 10 years later?
Right. 10 years into the friendship.
Yeah. And we, like I said, and
what's
to touch
movie,
on what he
what's
said.
The movie Hidden Figures? It's called Hidden Secrets.
Yeah.
Don't never keep no secrets.
Right.
Tell the truth. Be honest.
And we always be truthful with ourselves.
Grow from it. Grow from it. Like real talk, grow from whatever experience in life you went through. There's some things that I went through back in, the 90s?
Yeah.
Stuff that you may have went through or whatever else. Let it go. Let it go.
Big shout out to the 80s and 90s because that was the best time.
Oh, man.
It is.
Can't get no better.
It is. Real talk. Real talk. But real talk, though.
Because we're all 70s babies. We all were born in the 70s.
Man.
You know? But,
even if you was born in the 80s or 90s, wake up. It's called Wake Up.
Nice try with that one. But, these new millennials.
Generation X.
Listen.
They don't even know how to use a freaking regular telephone.
I'm trying
Do
to
you also know this?
I mean, come on.
Man.
A lot of them don't even know what cursive writing is.
Because and we spoke on this.
We did talk about
this.
We did.
They took cursive. How do you do? Wait a minute. How
Here we go.
do
Pig
you
Latin.
do that?
Pig
How?
Latin.
But no, fuck a pig. I speak pig Latin with my little grandkids. You know what I'm saying? We have our own language. I speak that with my grandkids.
Hey,
I
but
speak
look,
three languages.
You know why I said pig Latin? The reason why I said pig Latin is because if y'all understand what pig Latin is, and I want y'all to understand what pig Latin means, if I say the word people is like PPL or whatever, it may be like kiss my ass or whatever else, cable, whatever else. When you understand the terminology of what people are speaking and what they are talking about, educate yourself.
That
knowing
just took me to what you just said.
A whole nother platform.
That and having grandkids.
Yeah, a whole nother show. Really.
And a whole nother. That just took me like way the fuck over there.
So y'all know this Nubian podcast finna go deeper than this.
Oh, it
so
really is.
Y'all
really
bullshit
is.
that y'all on.
Where that just took me is how these Generation Xers talk.
I'm trying to
with
tell you.
all of these fucking, these
This-
coded words and symbols. I know them all because I'm one of them 45-year-old granddads that is hip. So don't even go there with me. But I know it all.
This is one of the things that throws me off about that with this new generation. You may know all of this stuff. When these kids be texting,
oh, I know it all.
what do half of this shit be meaning?
I know it all.
You have to
SMFU.
You have to learn
what the hell is going on?
You have to learn what the emojis. You have to learn what the emojis mean.
Yeah, that too. That's a big
I
problem.
know some of the emojis. I don't know all of them.
You see, that's where we fuck up at in life. That if our kids, when we give them our cell phones, or they like Google, Instagram, Twitter, or whatever else, well, they shutting the fuck up. No, back in the day, when it came to our kids being in the bedrooms or whatever else, no, I'm finna come check on you. What the fuck are you in the room doing? I need to know what's going on with you. And a lot of parents, well, as long as they being quiet, then everything is good. No, the fuck is not good.
That's the worst.
That is the worst because they can be talking to every pervert across the fucking globe.
I'm trying to tell you.
Don't
And it's
know.
not only
It's
about
not
pervert.
going.
It's not only about pervert. It's not
going.
only about perverts. It's about people that hack into shit. How the fuck you just get my business account?
No, blame that on the kids though. Because these
Yeah,
motherfuckers go and they steal your Netflix
where
and
did
your
they
Xbox and shit
Where did they get it from?
from us.
They did get it from us.
They got it from us.
To where we were not paying attention.
I gotta agree with
have
you
to
on
pay
that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Real shit. Real talk.
Like you can't blame the dark web on that one.
And
It
I'ma-
start at home.
And I'm gonna say this.
They get this shit from us.
And real talk, I'm gonna say this to y'all. I learned Bernie Mac for what he said. Hit a kid in the throat, punch him in the stomach, do whatever. Fuck them up. Fuck these kids up.
Tell them to shut the fuck up.
How your kids gonna tell you how you fit? Wait a minute, hold up.
Can we say corporal
Wait, hold up.
punishment?
Real talk. Real talk. Real talk. Real talk. If I'm paying the bills, how the fuck is my kid finna tell me how the fuck I should do anything? Mama, daddy,
shit.
they don't need to be in your house. Mama, daddy, this ain't right, this, whatever else.
You know what I would say?
If a kid
When
even
you start paying bills,
hold
then
up.
you can tell me that.
Hold up. Real talk. Real talk. If you got a kid that's living in your household, you want to pacify them and say, baby, go in there and clean up your room. This been like 3-4 days ago that I told you to clean up your room and you ain't cleaned it up. But I go in there and I help you or assist you to clean it up. What am I doing? I'm teaching you how to be lazy. No, go clean that shit up. Okay, since you don't want to go clean it up, guess what's finna happen? Everything that I pay for, you are not entitled to it.
Oh, of course.
Last rites, y'all. We are coming to the end of the show. Last rites. Let's finish up what we said.
Last rites. Well,
kiss my ass on bullshit.
That sounds about right.
We got about a minute or two.
My last rites is just that, hey, coming soon. Like I said, it's the Gemini Real. Read to the Nubian Public Podcast.
Y'all lock in.
Y'all get ready for it because it is coming.
Lock in.
And it's no holds barred, y'all. It's no holds barred.
No holds barred. So I'm going to give each of you gentlemen 1 minute. 1 minute. Each of you gentlemen. 1 minute. Go ahead. Delineate on your shows that are coming up that will be debuting in Classic. I'm going to start with you.
Please, go ahead, Classic.
Go ahead, Bo.
No, please, after you, Classic.
Well, whatever, guys, whatever show. I want to give these last couple minutes to you because you deserve it.
Okay.
It's called Classic Reels that I'm going to do. It's called Classic Reels.
Uh-huh.
REELZ. Classic Reels.
All right. All right.
So when y'all tune into that, y'all lock into that. But yet and still, y'all need to understand and recognize that we are all locked in together. So you hear Twana Donna, you hear Bo or whatever.
That's right.
We are all locked in. At the end of the day, we family. Even if y'all want to set up podcast or whatever else, we got y'all. This is real family shit to where it's called growth. I'm done.
Go ahead, Bo.
And like I said, my podcast, that'll be coming soon. It will be the Gemini Reel. That's REELS.
Okay.
So it'll be different from the classic reels.
Yes, sir.
And you will also have the Gemini reels. And
you'll also have the Knights of the Dons round.
That's also another show that's going to be coming up.
That's going to be.
We not playing with this. We not playing with this. We want y'all to grow up, stand up,
and grow,
man up, woman up, whatever.
Yes, and we're gonna have a lot of fun with y'all. We're gonna have some times where it's gonna be some sad times. It's gonna be some happy times. It's gonna be some crazy times.
Yes.
But it's gonna be real, 100% raw.
Pure.
Please make sure that y'all stay tuned in and stay locked with us. Make sure that y'all rock with us.
Pure. Thanks, gentlemen. Nubian Public Podcast, Milwaukee Internet Radio. You guys make sure you tune in and you check that out. Thank you once again to all of our loyal listeners and to everyone who has subscribed and who has donated to the cause. We love you. We appreciate you. Something is coming for you soon. Please continue to lock in. Also, one more thing. We will be doing live shows here in the state of Wisconsin, city of Milwaukee, with our Summerfest and our State Fair. We will be broadcasting live. You guys make sure you tune in. Stay locked. Nubian Public Podcast.
Bring yourself.
Milwaukee Internet Radio.
Stay locked.
Love you.